Come on. Okay, there. Are you there, Super Doofus?
I swear, I hate this thing muting itself. Okay, I've got mine going. Make sure this is up and running correctly, and then we should be about ready. So who do we got in our lobby?
Okay, real quick, I'm just dropping the stream in.
All right, we should be all set up. And hey, Luis, how's it going? Thanks for stopping in. I should be ready now. Having all sorts of issues over here, just like every other week. Got this on the screen so we can't see anything. Perfect. Uh-oh. We're about ready to go, so we need...
Alright, so, welcome to round 4 of the JCCR Racing League Season 3. We are at a track we have never raced before. Well, technically, we have raced in this location, but last season we raced Layout A. Today, we are racing Sardegna Layout C. Possibly, this is going to be the shortest track in the league's history, so these times are... Well, even going off these practice sessions, these times are very close already, even between Pro and Am drivers. And upcoming...
In a minute.
Oh, he's not signed up on Simly Pro.
Who was that?
The guy that just joined.
Today. It's Danny. That is Big Razor. And I've tried to get him to sign up for it before, but...
He's not signed up, so...
Who's this guy?
I
We know
wrote
who
the
he
rule
is.
I wrote in the rule book last night that drivers not signed up can't participate because they
Yeah.
might wreak havoc on the championship. Right, speaking of the championship, upcoming is the amateur race for this league. Last race, B Fox won his second race in a row in the Japanese doubleheader, and he heads the field by 55 points. Remy is in second with 50 points, and Neighbor completes the top 3 with 47 points. So it's, well, considering how close these times are, it's anyone's game. Then we have a round of 5-way battle for 4th. Devious in 4th with 39 points. Arcuri in 5th with 34 points. He'll be looking to recover after he was spun around on the first lap at Fuji. Morning, Dano. How you doing? And Forza Canada. How you doing, guys?
All right. Yeah, trying to get all these going here.
And Johnny in 6th with 33 points. Sir Badger in 7th with 30 points. And also King Super Doofus, the man on the other end, completes this battle for 4th with 30 points. And we also have a new driver in the form of Camaro. And he is in a brand new car, the Hyundai Genesis. And if I can just bring this up here, he's not here. There is Camaro in his brand new Hyundai Genesis and brand new to the league. I don't think the car has ever been used in this league to my knowledge, so it'll be interesting to see how it performs here. Nielsen, welcome in, man.
Alright, let me get back to my stream real quick because we're 5 minutes behind, so we're getting this one going. There we go.
Right.
And I'm on the medium tires.
We took a week's break for the 4th of July, but now we are back. Qualifying has started for the JCCR Racing League at Sardegna C. Who's out first? And it is B Fox. Championship leader is looking to grab a 3rd win in a row in the Amateur League. Best case scenario for him, at least, he will have to finish ahead of Remy to extend his lead in the championship. Next up, Johnny in the beautiful yellow and red. Some of my favorite colors, so no bias there. Camaro, brand new to the league with the Hyundai Genesis, is out 3rd on track. Then R. Curie will be looking to recover after the disaster of Fuji. Then Super Doofus in the BMW M6, switching from his 458 and using my specified livery, so also no bias there. And Sir Badger in the Aston Martin V12 Vantage. Now, the Aston Martin, real quick, this is going to be a mixed bag because it can accelerate quickly out of turn 1 and the final corner, but it has rather weak cornering in medium and high-speed corners, so the rest of the track might be a struggle for it. It'll be interesting to see how the Aston Martin does in the Am Pro race. Then Remy in the Porsche 911, another one. And Neighbor, 3rd in the championship. He'll definitely want to win one of these races soon if he wants to stake his claim in the championship standings. Oh, and B-Fox already put a lap in 53.6. Yeah, this is how short this track is. Johnny with a 55.8. Camaro, 53.3. That's the fastest time so far. And Curry with a 54.3. Yeah, I was just about done the rundown, and B-Fox had already set his lap. Super Doofus, 55.7. Sir Badger, 53.9. Oh, and Remy has crashed at the final corner. Time to go again. Looks like he's got on the power a bit too early. And yeah, that final corner is definitely a tricky one for any car. Even the ultra-stable Porsche 911. Even the entry and the exit is just so tricky to get right without spinning. The 102, definitely more time to go out again, but that definitely compromised his run. I don't know, Dano. I'm not feeling that up to pace, to be honest. This BMW is not feeling that great. It's not biting like it used to. So as I was talking about that, Neighbor set a 53.5, and Camaro improved his time to a 53.1. So he's still about 4/10 in his pocket. He's going even faster at the moment.
I just got a 53.9, which I was not able to get under 54 the entire time I was practicing.
It is qualifying, so it gets to lock in. Remy slots up to 5th with a 53.9, and B Fox slots in a 2nd, only 700ths behind Camaro.
Oh. Wall.
with a 53.2. I wouldn't count out Neighbor and Curie, though, because they have definitely got their qualifying pace across the season. As I say that, Neighbor gets a 53.3 and is now only just over a tenth behind Camaro. And Sir Badger as well, 53.293, 7 thousandths ahead of Neighbor. Right, who's next to cross the line? Oi, Super Doofus has wrecked at turn 1. The BMW is a very loose car under traction. And Remy sets a 53.1, and B Fox first into the 52s in the Am League with a 52.9, round 2.5 tenths clear of Camaro. Johnny improves to a 54.2 next across the line. Neighbor next across the line does not improve. Now R. Curie improves his time to a 53.4 and is now only around a tenth behind Neighbor. The top 6 are separated by less than half a second as Sir Badger jumps Remy by 13 thousandths up to 3rd place. It's coming out around the final corner here. Yeah, it's tough to keep up on this track. Remy gets back in front of Sir Badger by 1,000th of a second. Real wish-wash action here at the qualifying. Johnny continues to improve as Neighbor said made a little mistake in the last corner. Camaro improved his time to a 53.1. I think he already had a 53.1, but he does improve it slightly. R. Curie now gets a 53.1 and puts himself up to 3rd place. So now top 6 are separated by less than 4 tenths of a second. 3.5 tenths to be precise. Right. Super Doofus. M6 across the line. Does not improve. Right. Remy improves by 17 thousandths and extends his advantage to Sir Badger in 4th. Who is next on the track? Johnny. Might not improve his time. Camaro's time is rather high, so he might have made a mistake. So now I'm wondering, does anyone pit for fresh tires at the end of the session?
I was actually considering doing that here pretty soon.
Might be a bit early for that.
Late.
Cross the line doesn't improve again. Consistency is there. Remy improves to a 53.0 and is now only 600ths behind Fox. Slots himself into 2nd. Johnny does improve. Still sits in 8th.
Slowed down too much there.
Neighbor finally got the lap in. Nope, slots into 6th as Curry makes his pit stop. That answers my question. Yes, people are making pit stops. I like what he might be doing here. He might be pitting early to try and get 2 laps in to warm up the tires on the out lap and the first lap, and the second lap really go for it. Now Remy is also in the pits here. Fox did not improve.
Crossing into the pits.
Super Doofus is also pitting.
Dano, Igor, Rusty, how's it going, guys?
B Fox did not improve, but he is setting some real consistent times. His last 2 laps are only 3 thousandths apart from each other. Camaro improves his time, 53.122, solidifies himself in 3rd. His neighbor finally gets another lap in, and slots down to 5th place with a 53.178. B Fox is in the pit lane with 100 fuel, so is he going on again or is he done? Yeah, he's going on again.
No. Blut.
Oh, we got a spinner. It's Super Doofus in the high speed left right hander. This is a really bad spot to have a spin. Who's at the front of this train? Johnny. A little bit sluggish out of the last corner for him. He crosses the line, does not improve. Camero is only around 100th off his best time, so he's got it in him as well. Next in the queue, Sir Badger. Where does he put himself? Does not improve.
Yeah, that's
Super
going to hurt my
Cubist finished at
final lap.
Red. Okay, they might have been on outlaps. What about Curry? He sets a 53-0 and puts himself into third place. You really can't tell who's going to be on pole here. B-Fox does have a little sizable advantage, but that can all change in the last minute of qualifying because the timer has run out. These are the last laps of qualifying. Last chance for anyone to have a run at the pole position as Camero gets close but doesn't improve. Johnny's way down on his time, so he doesn't improve. And Neighbor, at the last moment, jumps up to third place with a 53.054. Next in the queue, Remy does not improve, neither does B Fox. Go on board with Super Tufus as R. Curie takes the pole position at the last breath. 52.923.
Oh, nice.
200ths separates R. Curie and B Fox. That was the time to put the lap together from the Irishman. Wow.
Well, I'm definitely glad I stayed out of his way after I spun out there. Yeah. Made sure to pull off to the side of the road. Hey, Remy.
Right. Qualifying order. R. Curie takes the pole position bonus point with a 52.923. B. Fox, 200s behind, 52.944. They're the only cars in the 52s. Remy in third with a 53.007. RSR at neighbor 050 with a 53.054 in fourth. Camero, the new driver to the league and the new car to the league, in fifth with a 53.122. Valiant qualifying effort from him. Let's see how he does in the race. Sir Badger in sixth with a 53.234. Super Doofus in seventh with a 53.979. And Johnny, the only car in the 54s, rounds out the field with a 54.1.
And
Right.
considering how much practice I did compared to how basically no practice Johnny did, he's definitely going to end up being faster than I am here.
Right, so talking about strategy, there is no clear strategy. We put a bunch of practice in this morning, and we can't decide proper what lap we want to pit. Both sets of tires do last a long time on this track. It'll be really interesting to decide who pits when and who starts on what tires.
Send that message out to everybody right now because I actually remembered to check my tires. And I'm going to let my dog inside real quick. She's out there barking at the neighbors. And then we'll get this going.
So we'll look at the grid here while Super Doofus lets his dog out or in. R. Curie will definitely want to grab the full 22 points after Fuji to keep his stake in the championship more alive. But B Fox behind him will be looking for a third consecutive victory in the AM League to extend his championship lead over Remy. who starts behind him. And Neighbor
All right,
completes the
should
top
all be
three.
ready to go.
And Neighbor completes the top three in the championship. Second, third, and fourth. They are separated by just over a tenth. Camero, new to the league. A valiant qualifying effort from him. Let's see if he goes upwards in the race and challenges the Big Four. Sir Badger will be looking to handle a rather difficult car on this track, but he set a very close time to the rest of the pack. Let's see what he does. And Super Duvis and Johnny, they have their own struggles over the practice sessions. Let's see what they can do as the race gets underway. We are about to start the amateur race at round 4 of season 3 of the JCCR Racing League.
All right. Good luck to everybody out there, especially me. I'm going to need it. Race long and prosper.
As the cars assume rolling start positions, as they just exit the final
Remy
corner.
says he's going to start on the softs. We'll see how that goes for him.
Held for a rather long time.
All I need to do is not wreck my car, and I should be all right.
Curry on the outside, Fox on the outside, Curry on the inside. As we get underway here in Sardegna C, our Curry leads the charge down towards the first corner. We might have Neighbor already trying to move on Remy. Doesn't come to fruition. This upcoming section, the drivers need to be really careful. It's a high-speed section coming up, and any spin will lead to a blockade. So drivers need to be really careful and aware of their surroundings. The field has gone by
Get too much in the grass.
Field has
almost
gone by
lost it.
cleanly on the first lap. Curry leads the field, but B Fox has been gaining on him. He's right on his bumper as B Fox gets slightly loose out of the final corner. Like I said in qualifying, tricky corner to get right. And we already have a spinner. It's Super Doofus in the M6. It seems like the struggles are continuing for the BMW driver. It's on to lap 2. Curry continues to lead with B Fox second and Remy in third, but Neighbor is right on his tail looking to make a move. The F-Type having the straight line speed, but can he pull it off into the corner? He does, and he's up into third place. Field is staying really tightly packed at the opening laps here at Sardegna Layout C. Slightly different lines between the two leaders in the last corner, between R. Curie and B. Fox. Who sets the fastest lap of the race? B. Fox with a 53.9 on the second lap of 33 of this race. Oh, there might have been a little bit of contact between Fox and Curie. That's really slowed down the Finn, as Neighbor now has a run on him. But that doesn't come to fruition. That allows Remy on the outside. Can he take back third place? Yes, he can. Nice, the drivers are keeping it clean through these high-speed sections so far. And now, I don't think B. Fox is damaged. He's gone a little deep into the hairpin. Nails the exit, but Remy is going to have that slipstream from the 296. He's gaining on him. He's going to size up a move into turn 1. He goes for it, but Fox valiantly holds it around the outside. Once again, Remy gets the better exit. It's a risky spot to try and overtake this corner. He's going to try it anyway, and thinks better of it. Despite all this, B. Fox, I think, has been starting to gain back on our Curie. Might also be the track in question. But yeah, the AM group is looking stronger and stronger as the seasons go on. As B Fox, new fast lap of 53.5, and also Neighbor. But B Fox has been gaining big time on our Curie in the lead. As back behind, we have Neighbor sizing up a move on Remy. And Remy holds it on the outside and keeps third place. As now the rookie Camaro has a run on Neighbor. Seems like the F-Type has straight line speed over the Genesis. Oh, we got a couple cars off in the grass here. As Remy sizes up a move on the outside. And he makes it stick. That was a really calculated move there from Remy to go for a move in that corner. It looks like B Fox made a bigger mistake than those behind. Because now the whole pack behind is starting to size up on him as he gets loose out of the last corner. Look at this, though. Third, fourth, fifth, and sixth, separated by only half a second as Sir Badger. Classic Aston Martin V12 Vantage straight line speed. Size up a move on Camaro up into fifth place before they even get to the corner. Sir Badger gets a really bad exit, though the straight line speed allows him to pull away from Camaro. They were at a look there on B Fox. Nothing doing. Keep an eye on this train here. Oh, looks like Neighbor went a little bit wide into the left-hander. Really compromised his run, is into the final corner. And out of the exit, Sir Badger powers right alongside Neighbor, and with the straight line speed, already pulling past the F-Type into fifth place. But Neighbor is coming right back at him into turn one. Who's going to be last on the brakes? It's Sir Badger, and he makes it stick. Fourth place for Sir Badger, up 2 places in the opening 7 laps. Yeah, exactly, Dano. Getting a lot better as drivers. A lot better in terms of driving pace and racing etiquette.
Yeah.
Looks like B Fox has recovered slightly as Neighbor is looking for a move on Sir Badger. Oh, and he goes wide. Oh, and there's contact between Sir Badger and Camaro as Sir Badger tried rejoining the track. But he does give back the place. Good sportsman. A little bit touch and go between Sir Badger and Camaro on that final hairpin. And that has allowed Johnny to have a sniff of some other cars. Maybe he can take advantage of this. And seeing the tires, we have all but 2 cars on the soft tires. One of them is Remy, who has been closing up on our Curie. Last we saw, the gap was about 2 seconds. It's now less than half a second. The battle over the Porsches as they head towards the final corner. Oh no, there's contact between Remy! Our Curie's in the wall! Remy was way too deep on the brakes, and our Curie has been sent straight into the barrier and has dropped all the way to 4th place. And Remy with a 3-second penalty. Massive, massive penalty for Remy. That has allowed Fox and Neighbor to take advantage. What on earth happened there?
Oh, stop spinning.
It seems like the bad luck continues for our Curie, leading the race, then absolutely maulered at the last corner. Now Camaro's right on the back of Remy, who has to serve that 3-second penalty. Camaro sizing up the exit on Remy. Remy pulls over to serve his 3-second penalty. Well, that might drop him all the way down to 7th if Johnny has the run on him. Johnny Sizes up the run on Remy. Into turn 1. And he does take 6th place. That was a costly mistake from Remy. In that moment in time, he was looking to gain points on B Fox, but he's now all the way down in 7th. As up front, B Fox continues to lead. Neighbor is holding on to his tail. Ah, come on. Something to do with B Fox taking that deep line. Probably sizing up for the exit. I can only presume such. Remy has the fastest lap of 52.9, but that's on soft tires. We keep an eye on the leaders here. Things have definitely calmed down in the last few laps.
Oh, I cannot get my car to stop spinning out of that hairpin. Every lap I'm falling 1 or 2 more seconds behind.
Now we have Super Doofus continuing to report some car troubles. It does not bode well for the pro drivers. The M6 says, whoa! B Fox gets really loose out of the final hairpin. It's a great job for him to save the car. Seems like every final hairpin, Neighbor seems to gain about 4/10 on him. Yeah, B-Fox seems to have the edge on every other corner, but that final hairpin, something just... Maybe he's trying to execute the deep line, but he's making a mistake or something? Oh, he does a little lawn mowing on the entry. It's definitely not helping. He's now got dirty tires on his right-hand side. The Neighbor is closing up to about 0.3 of a second. Mighty size up a move soon. B-Fox again going for that deep line. Oh no, Neighbor spins again! Neighbor spun out in Fuji and now he's spun here! He's dropping from 2nd all the way to potentially 7th. That's more disaster for the Dutchman. He spun out from the lead in Fuji, and now he spun out chasing the lead again here in Sardegna C. Again, the final corner. Oh. Now that has opened the floodgates for B Fox. He now has a 2.2 second lead to Arcuri, who has been making solid progress ever since he was involved in that incident with Remy. He's now back into 2nd place, having overtaken Camaro. Or was he in front of Camaro this whole time? Yep, Super Doofus doing a little lawn mowing.
Gotta do something in the back.
Seems like the BMW M6 is not a good car for this track. Does not bode well for me and Rocco. Oh, looks like Remy has fallen back. He has damage. Presumably he spun out the last corner as well. That's put Neighbor into 6th, onto the back of Johnny. Looks like Neighbor went a little wide into that left-hander. Johnny's been having a solid race so far, taking advantage of others' mistakes. He's gone from last on the grid up into 5th place. He's not too far off the pack in front of him. So if something else happens, he could be on for a top 4 or even a podium if things go really wrong for drivers ahead. As up in the podium places, we have Camaro on worn soft tires, doing a great job keeping up with Arcuri on the medium tires. A solid outing so far from the new driver in the Hyundai Genesis. And Arcuri has continued to close up to B Fox. The gap is now 1.8. Oh, for God's sake. The gap is now 1.8 seconds. Why can't I stop cracking?
We've all been there. I have that problem even in my 40s.
Uh, on to lap 16. The gap gone down to 1.7. 1.5 now. B Fox may have gone a little deep into that turn 1. It's behind. We have Neighbors still trying to size up a move on Johnny. Johnny parking the car on the apex, placing his car in just the right places to not allow Neighbor to pass him. A good defensive drive so far, holding a top 5. Johnny goes a little wide. The only overtake's gonna occur here. Top of the front briefly. Oh, Camaro goes a little bit deep into the hairpin. Back to Neighbor and Johnny. Once again, Johnny nailing that exit out of the final corner. It seems like the further outside line is the way to go for this track in that final hairpin. As we have a pit stop coming for Remy. He was second in the championship, but had that coming together with Arcurian, and that disaster just completely unfolded his race. And presumably it's going to be medium tires. Medium tires for the Porsche driver. Quick refuel, gas. And out he goes. And I just realized there might be a risk of people going a lap down when they pit. So it might be some blue flag troubles this race. We have another pit stop
I
now.
will
Sir Badger,
definitely
he's
be
starting
going
on
a
the
lap
medium
down.
tires.
Whoa. I just blew that corner completely and wrecked my car.
Has damage on the front right. The Badger has
Surprised it didn't
pit.
spin out.
I saw on the mini map. Neighbor sizing up another move on Johnny, but nothing coming. The Badger gets his tires and fuel. Comes back out on track in a comfortable 6th place. I think he lost 2 places. It's like Camaro's dropped back slightly from the 2 in front of him. He's going to have to pit soon. His tires are looking really worn at this point. Does he come into the pits this lap? No, he stays out. Camaro, if you can hear me, you're going to have to pit soon. Your tires are looking really rough.
Is he on those soft tires?
Yeah, he started on the soft tires, and he's still going. Meanwhile, up front, Arcuri has continued to gain on B Fox. The gap is now only 1.2 seconds. The Irishman is recovering very well after that incident with Remy. We can't count him out just yet. He is definitely gaining and recovering from that adversity. Can he size up the championship leader? Oh, we have Neighbor make a move on Johnny into the high-speed left-right-hander and makes it stick. Finally up into 4th place. That was a cold, brave move from the Dutchman. And we have 2 pit stops. They are the race leaders, B Fox and Arcuri. But Camaro stays out and continues to go on those worn soft tires. So I hope they don't pop very shortly. Like actually. B Fox and Arcuri making their pit stops along with Neighbor and Johnny. The race out of the pits. And Curie has jumped Fox out of the pits with that refueling. So Arcuri now has the net lead of the race. It looks like he saved more fuel than B Fox, and even fueled less than B Fox. So now, with that fuel saving advantage, Arcuri, like I said, now takes the net lead of the race as Camaro finally makes his pit stop. It's likely going to be some fresh medium tires. Camera, how much fuel is he taking? He takes 63%. And even, oh, that was a bit close between him and Fox. But despite running that extra lap with those worn soft tires, Camaro is not that far off the leading pack either. But he is on
I
medium
pitted with
tires.
0 gallons left in the tank.
The Super Duvas makes his pit stop running on fumes. And like I said, Camaro is the only one in the top 4 running on medium tires, so might be at a little disadvantage, but we'll see the tire wear of Curry, Fox, and Sir Badger come the end of the race.
Got to watch out, as it looks like I might be getting blue flagged. The race leaders as I come out of the pit.
Well, not yet, but
It's super close to me.
not super close. Might be like take another 5 laps or so.
Yep.
The fastest
Then
lap
we'll
point.
finally get to see some action with me around other cars.
Yeah, thank you, Dano. I like doing it this way as well. I mean, it was cool commentating in the end of season 2 and the beginning of season 3, but it did kind of felt awkward when you had no context whatsoever. All you had was Super Dupes' cockpit cam, and you just had me ranting or whatever. Now,
you could look at the mini map and be like, well, I don't know what's going on.
yeah, but now you have my POV of it. You can see all the action on track in the amateur race. And then the opposite becomes present in the pro race. You can only see my bonnet cam while Super Doofus has the camera coverage. Yeah, I like it done like this. Thanks, Dano.
Yeah, I think it works a lot better too.
So, fastest lap point currently being held by Sir Badger with a 52.8. He's on soft tires, I believe. Sizing up a move on Camaro, but he hasn't really been gaining a whole lot lately from the looks of things. Oh, Camaro, though, goes a little bit wide. That left-hander. And into the fast right-hander. Hard braking to the final corner. Hope there's... Oh, that was a little bit touch and go between Sir Badger and Camaro.
I just had my best lap on this track.
A little touch and go between Camaro and Sir Badger, but Sir Badger does give out the place. We have Sir Badger trying to make a move into turn 1. Camaro, though, holds the place. What's the best? 53.6. Continuing to improve. Nicely done.
Why couldn't I be getting laps like this earlier?
Better done in the race than only in practice sessions. As R. Curie, despite the wreck, is now holding about a 3-second advantage to B. Fox. It's been an excellent recovery so far from the Irishman. As Camaro sits his best lap on medium tires.
I say way in the back, doing terrible, and finally starting to have my best laps.
Back in 6th, we have Johnny still holding off RSR Nader. It's been a great defensive drive so far from the Canadian driver. We're sizing up a move on the outside. That was a little bit risky from Neighbor, if I'm honest. Trying an outside move into turn 1 when Johnny was quite on the racing line. That was quite a risky move to try and attempt there. Remy running his own little race in 5th. But it all unraveled. He was chasing the lead. He was chasing Arcuria for the lead early on. But that accident has definitely left him in a world of his own right now. We have Sir Badger continuing to hound down Camaro for the last podium spot. Sir Badger sets the fastest Sector 1 as B Fox now holds the fastest lap, 50-8. Sir Badger's really close to Camaro, out of the final corner. He has got the exit. Looks like he's closer than he's ever been. Can he use that classic Aston Martin V12 Vantage straight line speed to size up a move into turn 1? He's going to try to go for it. He's on the inside, Camaro on the outside, and Sir Badger does take third place. Can he now build a gap with the soft tires on Camaro? Camaro, though, is putting up a valiant effort in his first race. On the medium tires at the end compared to soft tires, Sir Badger gets a little wide, and Camaro retakes the place. That was good calculated driving from the rookie. He's into the final corner.
Looks like I do have Curry starting to catch up behind me.
I can see I saw from that open camera shot, Sir Badger once again gaining on Camaro with the Vantage down the straight. He's going to size up another move into turn 1. Nothing doing. The Vantage does have good exit speed. Okay, I was just informed that I missed 7 Corvettes passing by me. What a shame. Anyway, Camaro built a 1-second gap to Sir Badger. This is really good driving from the new Genesis driver. He's at his best lap of almost 52 on medium tires. This is really good pace. We've got some blue flags coming up for Super Doofus. He's going to have to get out of the way sooner rather than later. I said Arcuri had held the lead from Devious. B Fox, sorry, Devious is not here for the foreseeable future. Might have a development. Arcuri might have fuel issues because he did refuel. Oh, he gets a little loose in the loop. He almost spun out. That's a very costly mistake, and B Fox retakes the lead with the fastest lap for good measure of a 52.7. Well, that was a costly mistake there from Arcuri. This is still a really solid recovery, though. Super Doofus does get out of the way of Arcuri and B Fox. It's a little bit long, though. I'm not gonna lie. I am gonna review that.
Well, the good news is I only got to do 32 laps.
Wait, the rulebook, it says if you ignore blue flags for an entire lap. Oh, okay. I'm gonna look at that. Sound front B Fox now has the lead back in his hands, but Curie is not done yet. Looking for his recovery after his incident with Remy, but he goes off to the gravel trap and hits the wall. Oh no! Arcuri hounding the lead, but now is about to lose second place to Camaro. And speaking of Camaro, he has been continuing to build his lead to Sir Badger. This is all coming together for the new driver here. Much of drama here in this amateur race. We had Remy going hard into the back of Curie, and he lost the lead. We had Sir Badger and Camaro having little touch and go moments twice. We had Arcuri retake the lead from B Fox in the pit stops. We had Beatbox retake back the lead when Arcury had his loose moment, and now we have had Arcury run straight to the gravel trap, and he is now only down to third, as he got a little loose out of turn 1 again. We have blue flags once more for Super Doofus. Remember, 1 entire lap.
And the blue flags are only popping out on the slow corners. I am watching, making sure to stay out of the way and keeping the speeds up.
Yeah, I was looking at I mentioned earlier, Arcury may have had some fuel problems because B-Fox was gaining on him big time. Arcury may have been having fuel problems in the end of this race. Sardegna now gains on him. He's going to size up a move into the left-hander. Clears him before they even get to the corner. Sardegna retakes third place, but Arcury... Yeah, that advantage is too quick on the exit, but Sardegna does retake third place. Sides up anything to the final corner. Nothing doing as B-Fox across the line for a third consecutive win in the Amateur League. Wins in Sardegna C and extends his championship lead. Camero in his first race in the league with an excellent second place. Great result for the new guy. Sir Badger taking third on the final lap of Arcury.
How's it going?
Arcury put in a valiant effort to recover, but a handful of mistakes unfolded his race towards the end. Remy was involved in that contact with Curie for the lead and never really recovered since. Neighbor had a spin out at the last corner, chasing the lead. What he could do is get a 6th place.
Oh, that was a terrible race for me.
When I didn't notice, Neighbor did overtake. Go on.
Jenna was saying try using the higher gear coming out of that corner, which mostly my biggest problem was the hairpin. I was trying to come out in second.
I didn't notice. Neighbor did pass Johnny for 6th place. Johnny finishes 7th. Super Doofus finished a lap down.
That was a tough race.
Yeah.
So we need to save this, which is easier with my controller.
Well, a lot to congratulate here. B-Fox for a 3rd consecutive win with the fastest lap, obviously. Camero for debut podiums in 2nd place, taking advantage of all the chaos around him. Sir Badger receiving a podium and getting onto the podium in that difficult vantage. Arcury recovering from all that hardship to not be that far off the win after all of that. Getting hit by Remy into the wall, having fuel problems, and going deep into the gravel trap. Still coming fourth, only 9 seconds off the lead, is definitely something, I wouldn't say proud of, but he definitely had the pace to win.
I practiced this track a week ago. I think I had a 53 time. Practicing all morning, I couldn't get it under 54. And then after I made my pit stop and put the soft tires on, 3 straight laps, I improved my lap time all the way down to the 53.2. Which was, what was my fastest lap? Yeah, 53.222. So in the end, I had a decent lap time. Actually, I had a faster lap time than a few people. Most people. No, those are 52s. Nope, I didn't have a better lap than anybody. Yeah.
Okay, now the pro race, and I'm not feeling as confident on this one as other tracks.
All right. Who do we got in here? Rocco is also live.
As we have just seen Super Doofus in the amateur race, the M6 is not being very compliant at this track.
Yeah, I've definitely been missing my Ferrari this season. I wish I did get a car I was more used to driving. Go out on the track and give the guys a few minutes here as we are not quite 10 o'clock yet. Get this on. We got Seb passing Nielsen on the inside of the hairpin. My worst corner.
Oh my god, the front end is not biting whatsoever into turn 1 on medium tires.
And B Fox just said that he's sweating. Yeah, after that race, that was a tough one.
Oh, brother.
Oh, I wish I could have been aggressive. I was so far in the back. First turn, I lost it in the hairpin, spun around. It was like 10 seconds behind. And then I think it was second or third lap, I decided to do it again. At that point, I had no chance of catching up to anybody.
And if the car is not being compliant already, I have not eaten anything today.
Get out of my racing cockpit, get in my comfy chair for this.
I remember the last time you said comfy chair and you spilled your coffee all over the floor.
Eh.
Now
I do that so
quite
often.
last season.
I did that a few days ago and my dog was drinking it.
And spilled my coffee all over the board. Brilliant.
Yeah, I tipped the cup over and she went over there and started licking up all the coffee.
I'm sure that kept her. I'm definitely not believing that it kept her up all night. Obvious sarcasm.
Yeah, I don't know why Karen never wants to. It would be so convenient.
What?
Or no, I actually think we have Karen turned off. Oh, in the chat, devious. I think we turned it off intentionally. That way, Rowiki could do the announcing.
If Karen's constantly talking, then you can't hear me on his stream.
Yeah.
Don't take these lap times seriously. I'm just doing some medium tire running.
Yeah, I lost it right at the beginning, so I wasn't a part of the pack at all throughout the entire race. The best I got to see in that race was when first and second place passed me, and then I believe it was Curry drove wide on turn 1.
You know what? I am gonna have to look at that blue flag after the race because it does say one entire lap.
Also, the blue flags were coming out in all of the big braking corners, but I was keeping far enough ahead of them that the blue flag would go away. When they did finally get close enough to me to, that point where I would probably slow them down, that's when I decided to pull off and let them go. But I don't think I slowed them down at all.
True. But what you just said for your case, I am gonna have to look for that as well. I'm also gonna want to look at the Remy Curie incident because Remy did wait, but that completely totaled Curie's race.
Yep. Hopefully. What place did he end up finishing? Screenshot. See it. Let's go have a look and see what Crispy is up to.
I didn't save.
Check him out from my
Wait,
view.
I can't save the replay. Phew, I did grab the replay.
Well, I can actually look on my phone real quick because I saved the screenshot. So Curry took P4. So he was able to recover, which is good. But definitely couldn't win. Yeah. All right. We are going to let this car here, who is this? Forza, complete his next lap, and then we're going to start the qualifying. He just got a 53.0, so he's looking pretty quick out there. Go back to another view here. I definitely find these little short tracks exciting. There's always not a lot of good action in them. I remember, I think it was season 1 we did the full Nürburgring ring, and that first lap there was some good action, but after that everybody was so far spread out, like there was no hope of anybody making a pass. All right, so let's go ahead and fire this one up. Good luck to everybody. And race long and prosper. And my PS5 is too hot. Okay, thank God. You didn't have an issue there. I thought it was about to crash. So it looks like we got Thor getting out on the track first. Gonna have himself some clean air. Nielsen and Rowicki following him out.
I've been typing in the Discord for the past minute or so. Back to the track.
And looks like all of our drivers except for Dano are out on the track. And now he comes out. So, where's the front of our group? Thor's going to be crossing the line first, completing his out lap. Follow along with him for the first lap here and see how fast everybody is on the qualifying. Out from there in the back, it looked like that may have been Seb who went too wide. Caught a little bit of dirt. Very shiny on that car there. I like that color.
Which color?
Thor's got kind of a light purple. Almost a pinkish, but not quite.
Yeah, it looks rather pinkish.
Kind of depends on which angle the sun hits it from. Thor across the line with a 52.8, followed up by Nielsen, who gets a 53.1. Wiki with a 52.5 takes the P1 spot.
Crap.
Seb gets into P3. Forza coming across the line, gets himself a 53.0, followed by Rocco. Dano, who came out last, I have a feeling Dano is on some, oh, wrong one, medium tires here. Nope, he's on the softs. Okay, he did change them. And must have got a penalty.
I don't get how I'm losing so much time in the last corner. Like, what the hell?
Crispy takes away the P1 spot, just barely. We have yet to see a driver qualify in first place over Rowiki this season, or last season.
No, he actually did in Canada.
You didn't qualify first at that one?
Yeah, he qualified the season opener.
Dano finally gets to set a time of 53.3. I think he did about 3 laps before he finally got to set his time. And Rowiki takes the first place back with a 52.1. Very close to the 51 time. Of course, with the draft on, there is going to be a little bit of difference there because you're going to get some drafting help.
It's weaker than last season, though.
Or slipstream, as some of the younger guys would say.
Doesn't matter that it's the same concept.
Yeah. We did change it to realistic, and Dano was on the side of the track. He may have wiped out there.
It's possible to put the power down this car. Holy crap.
Yeah, coming out of that last turn, I was struggling so bad. I almost want to come back here in a different car just to see what kind of laps I can do in a different car.
You can save the official settings and try the Ferrari.
Yeah, I have all these saved when I set them up. Forza improves his time, but still sitting back in P5. We are halfway through our qualifying. Yeah, you get quite a few laps in this qualifying with these short tracks. Yeah, Divya says, don't beat them too bad.
What?
Divya said, Rowiki, don't beat them too bad. Seb is going into the pits. He is going to get his fresh set of tires.
I don't think I'll be able to do so. This is so short.
Definitely makes me feel a little bit better knowing that you're struggling with the BMW. So maybe my terrible race wasn't 100% my fault. Maybe 99% my fault.
I can't put the power down in the last corner. But also, we can't put the power down well on this thing. And it just does not feel responsive in the high-speed corners for whatever reason. It's really strange.
And you know, if it wasn't so OP, I probably would have taken the new Porsche. yeah, it kind of bothers me just, driving this car because it's the greatest. I want to drive the car that I like. BMWs or the Porsche, the new Porsche is definitely fast. 992. Got a little bit of a group back here. Wiki and Crispy are both going into the pits looking for some fresh set of tires before the end. I have a feeling that Crispy is trying to follow Wiki's line as best as he can. So he's probably pitting at the same time on purpose. Dano improves his lap time.
I see what you're doing, man.
Oh, Rocco is facing the wrong way there. It looks like he spun out in the final corner.
I'm going to do what R. Curie did, is spend the first lap warming up the tires, and then on the second lap, maybe I can get something out of it.
And Forza does improve his lap time again, but it doesn't get him up into fourth yet. Very close, but not quite enough. Nielsen and Rocco go into the pits. About less than 2 minutes left here.
I think it's the exit. I think it's the exit, because BMW, you have to be so tensive when the Porsche, you can just smack it without even worrying.
Dano improves his lap time to a 52.6. He takes P6. It's improved his lap time quite a bit. Seb and Rocco normally are higher up. We'll see them mid-pack to upper pack a lot of times.
Ah, crap.
They're struggling in the back a little bit. We're down to our last minute of qualifying. Yeah, not Rosberg. Yeah, I still can't figure out what happened with that. Because it's the same exact decal, and I re-uploaded it, and it looks just fine. It turned out right on the coffee cups. And then Phil told me that the t-shirts kind of bled onto his skin. So I'm remaking the t-shirts again.
I knew I should have outlawed that last corner line.
And I hear some tires squealing as it looks like Seb has lost it coming out of that high-speed corner. He's not going to get to finish his last lap. Crispy is only 0.2 of a second behind Wiki on lap time, but doesn't look like he's going to get a chance to beat it. He does not, coming across the line there. We got the last of our drivers crossing the line.
Oh, Christ almighty.
Qualifying was almost a full race on this one. The first time we've actually seen like a full round of pit stops during qualifying. All right, Thor said be right back, so we're going to make sure that he confirms he's back before we get going. And he's in the pit, so we just got to wait for the timer to run out here. Dano in a very sexy Ferrari there. Very nice. They're all within 0.6 of each other. This pro race is about to get ridiculous. We did have a discussion about it before the race started, and we debated putting ghosting on, but everybody unanimously agreed that we're going to leave it off. All right, so here's our starting lineup. Rowicki starting in first. Big surprise there. And followed up by Crispy. Nielsen takes a P3. Thor in fourth. Forza in fifth. Dano takes sixth. Sub in seventh. And Rocco takes eighth. Thor said he is back, so we should be ready to go. Let's tell everybody check tires. Make sure we're good there. Thor says, yep, they're still in the car. Busy, how's it going? I saw you improved your lap time, but I didn't see what the time was. How did you, what lap time did you get for that race either? Nano is telling Rocco and Seb to pass him at the start. Get our race information on here. And yeah, the cars are not moving, so that's always a good sign. There they go. And this one is underway. Looks like Dano is going to go ahead and drop back. He does. And going into the first turn, we got Crispy right on Rowicki's bumper. Go back here to Forza as he is looking to the outside, maybe looking to make a move to the inside on Nielsen. Going through that high-speed turn there as we come into the tightest section of the track. This part is flat out, and it gets a little wild through here. Definitely not somewhere you want to wreck, especially when ghosting is off. So far, everybody looking nice and clean. Getting through the first hairpin. Seeing a few cars getting some wheel spin coming out of that first turn, or last turn. They got a 32.5. Nice. That's a big improvement, too. Forza looking down to the inside. Not enough space there, so he does back out. Gets into the grass a little bit, so Rocco is going to go around him. And a little bit of contact getting into that tight section. Dano is trying to sneak underneath Forza. Thinks better of it and backs out. They got a little loose going into there side by side.
Where is he going?
Little 3-pack wide there, and Forza spins out coming out of the last turn. Looking back up to first place, Rowicki has got himself a decent-sized lead here over Crispy.
If I can stop going deep in turn one, that'd be great.
Back in P2 and P3, we got Thor and Crispy, and even Nielsen back in P4, all still pretty close together. Gonna be looking to try and get a move on somebody here. It looks like we got Rocco catching up a little bit to Forza way in the back as both guys have spun out. Yeah, we'll see you later, Devious. Thanks for stopping by. Thor is definitely starting to get close in on the Crispy here. Going into turn one, he is planning it out, and Crispy gets a little sideways. Thor gives him a tap, and both straighten it out and keep on going. This is definitely a tough track to kind of plan out your passes. If you don't get it right and you get slowed down just a little bit, then you're in danger of getting passed instead of passing. And it looks like Seb gets a little bit wide there. Kit's back on the track coming out of that final hairpin. Thor's starting to close back in on Crispy again as he is getting caught back up after their little bit of a tap there. Definitely have to decide where on the track you want to make the pass, because you can't just go for it when you're up on somebody's bumper. Excuse me. All three of these drivers pretty close together as Crispy gets a little too wide into the grass. Seb also goes a little too wide into the grass.
It's not twice now.
Coming down into turn one. Not going to go for it. Waiting to see somebody try the big dive. Thor is definitely gaining on him. Right up onto Crispy's bumper here. It's like he gets closed in and then gets backed off just a little bit. And going for a move, bad camera angle, can't tell what's happening. Doesn't get to the inside of him. Nielsen gets right up onto Thor's bumper there. Thanks to these three drivers providing us some solid entertainment here as they all stick pretty close to each other. Not much in the way of pass attempts. When everybody's so fast, it is hard to get that little bit of the leverage you need to make the pass. Thor with his fastest section through the first section there. Going into the hairpin. Everybody comes out cleanly. Seb is still a little bit back, but he's trying to get close in on this group here too. Thor sets his best lap of the day so far. If there was a little more battling, Seb would be able to catch up to him. Thor getting real close to that wall there. May have just scraped a little bit. And does anybody go wide? Everybody stays pretty much on track. Seb got a little bit out of the wide there. Go back here and check in on the back of the pack and see what Forza and Dano are up to. Rocco a little bit further back there as he's trying to get caught up. He is also in the BMW, so Probably having the same struggles as me and Ruiki. Just not a great car choice for this track. Everybody's still spread out enough to where no passes are happening. I was kind of hoping with the tighter track you'd see more passing. Forza closing in on Dano there. Caught up quite a bit in that turn. That Ferrari definitely powering out really well out of the corners. Right at that low speed acceleration. Trying to keep an eye on these guys and see if Thor, who has got himself a half-second penalty there, is going to give Nielsen a good shot here getting up into P3. Just got to stay clean through this turn and he'll have it. A little wobbly coming out. Thor serving his penalty. Nielsen gets on his outside and completes the pass going down into the straight into turn one. Now that he's taken the P3, he's going to have to hold it. Thor's a good driver, so he's going to be pressuring Nielsen. I guess everybody out on the track is kind of a good driver. That's why you guys are in the pros. Nielsen gets his best time through the first section. He can keep it up and complete his fastest lap.
Crap.
And something happened in the back as Rocco has gotten past Dano. Dano may have wrecked out. Hey, Pacific, how's it going? Thor is going to be challenging, gives Nielsen a little bit of a bump draft going into turn one. Slowed down just enough to where it didn't really affect him, but it ended up costing Thor quite a bit of time. Didn't really hurt Nielsen at all there. Seb is now coming up behind Thor. Starting to see a little bit of a shake-up in the positioning here between the drivers. Seb is now able to actually draft off of Thor, getting close enough where he was just outside of range earlier, not getting caught up into the pack. The small track, it's going to be hard to actually gain anybody using the draft. Looks like everybody got a little bit of spread out there, so now shouldn't be too much danger going to the back. These guys have got quite a bit of distance between each other. I think Dano may have spun out because he has fallen quite a bit back. Going back up to the lead, Norwiki still looking very good up in the front. Fastest lap so far. Crispy gets really wide there, all four tires into the grass. Manages to keep it on the road. Such a fast section going through there. A lot of fun to drive through that section. closing in on halfway of the race. We haven't had any drivers pit yet, so everybody's probably started on the mediums. So we're closing in a little bit on Nielsen there. He's starting to catch up to him. And we got Crasher saying hi. And people jumping in the lobby to watch. Thor once again getting his best time through the first sector there. He's really trying to push it to catch up to Nielsen here. He kind of wants that P3 back. Oh, it's a little wobbly coming out of that last corner there. That's where I had my biggest struggle too. He's on a good lap, and then that final corner, he just a little bit of wheel spin, ruin a lap time. I thought Crispy was streaming.
Took it down. That's sus.
Yeah, he's been pretty much in second place the entire time.
He posted his stream link and then deleted it.
And
why?
Thor is going into the pits first. Any other takers here on lap 17? Thor is going to get off of his medium tires and put on the soft tires. Going to get the advantage of the extra grip for a few more laps, but at the same time has a little bit more tire wear come on to the last couple of laps. Getting himself some fuel, and he is out with 82 liters. I think that's what it is, 82 or liters on your gas tank, 100. And Crispy gets a little wide there as Nielsen is now caught up to his bumper. And Crispy goes into the pits. Rowicki and Seb also pitting. Well, Rowicki started on the soft tires, so he's going to be getting onto the mediums. Nielsen takes the lead while everybody is in the pits. See if Nielsen comes in this time here. And he does. It's going to give Forza a chance here. See if Forza, and that's Rowicki right behind Forza. So I imagine he's going to come into the pit. Nope, he does not. He stays out.
Yay, Forza leads the lap.
Yeah.
Go on, buddy.
You know, we could almost do that. NASCAR, I believe, does that. 1 point for any driver that leads a lap.
I don't know.
That would be a lot more to track. A lot more work to do. little bit different if NASCAR does it with their oval tracks. And it's always hard to tell if they're actually going to go in. Yep, Forza does go in. When you come out of that final corner, it's kind of hard to tell if you want to go in the pit lane or not. And Crispy gets back up into second. Nielsen back into third, Thor in fourth, Seb in fifth. Dano is coming into the pit. Looks like everybody is pretty much in the same position they were. Yep.
Oh no.
Nielsen flying through that section. Gets the first section fastest lap so far. Should see a little bit of a mix-up here. Oh, Crispy did take the fastest lap now. Now that he's on soft tires. Nielsen gets his fastest lap of the day. All these lap times are so similar. Starting to see quite a bit of separation between all the drivers now. Currently, Thor has the best shot here at getting caught up to Nielsen to possibly take third place towards the end of the race. Everybody else is kind of too far spread out. Nielsen isn't terribly far behind Crispy, but Crispy is definitely setting some fast laps right now. Looks like Seb is just a little too far away to get any advantage off of the draft. Thor, I think, is still a little too far away to get any. So nobody really getting any kind of drafting bonuses here. It's all going to be about how consistent you can be through these apexes. Just 10 laps to go. Really hoping that Thor can get caught up here. We're going to see some action. Currently 1.4 seconds behind. And he looks like he may have gotten all 4 tires on the grass there. Maybe not. Maybe he did keep a couple on. Now Nielsen pulling away from Thor a little bit here as he's gained himself a couple of more tenths on that last lap. He's been having himself a good race out there, keeping a very good steady pace. Pretty consistent lap times. Royke's got himself over a 5.5 second lead currently. Crispy in second's got almost a 4.5 second lead over Nielsen. And looks like Thor has managed to catch up a few tenths of a second there, so that consistency is really coming down to those couple of tenths. Thor trying to get caught up here. He could close in just enough to catch some draft. He might have a shot at it. Now just over a second behind. Really trying to catch up there. Pushing it. Gets his fastest section through the first section again. Gets a purple time. Oh, he is definitely hungry. Is he going to get the fastest lap? Less than a second behind Nielsen now. And he does. Oh, no, he didn't. He just barely missed it. Crispy got the fastest lap again.
I think it stayed the same.
Crispy had the fastest lap on lap 23. So he did improve his lap recently. Nielsen just barely missing out by 0.03 seconds. Or not Nielsen, Thor. Watching the wrong guy. Yeah. Thor is starting to close in now. Just over a half a second away behind Nielsen. Gets close into him on the hairpin there. And he is definitely within range of catching some draft. Falling back a little bit. Almost a second back now. Got to get close back in again. Yeah, lost quite a bit of time in that first turn there. But he looks like he catches up quite a bit in the final turn, so Nielsen with the advantage through the first section, and Thor taking an advantage through the last section. I think both drivers got a little loose on that last corner. Now only 3/10 of a second behind. Thor trying to get as wide as he can there. Make that turn as fast as possible as he stays right up on Nielsen's bumper now. Less than 0.2 of a second. He's going to be looking. Really pushing it. Gets kind of too wide there. And 29 laps completed. 4 laps to go. Thor is looking to make a move on Nielsen here. Once that P3 back goes to the outside, trying to make it as wide as possible. And now right up on Nielsen's bumper. Too tight there to make a move around him. Looks like he backs out a little bit going into this very tight fast hand. Catches some grass. Yeah, it looks like he's losing a little bit of speed going on that fast left-hander there. It drops back just enough to where he can't make a pass attempt on the rest of the track. Only 3 laps to go. He's going to try again to get caught back up here. Might take a lap to get caught back up. And Nielsen goes into the gravel there, coming through turn 1. That is going to give Thor a huge advantage. Nielsen with some dirty tires. Thor making a move to the inside. Can't quite make it stick. Nielsen gets off to the side and he clips that wall and spins out. Thor into P3. Now Seb makes the move into P4, and Nielsen gets back onto the track, holding on to P5. On that high-speed corner there, that wall, the safety barrier, sticks out just a little bit. I've clipped it a few times myself, and it spins you around. So Nielsen battling hard, ends up getting into the wall just a little too much, trying to hold it on the outside. You can see Forza back there a little bit behind him. And that wall right there is where he got it. And he gets his fastest lap time through that first section here, coming up to the last lap. See what kind of lap time he gets here. A little loose on the exit of the hairpin. Big problem we've had all day. And he gets a 52.4 for his fastest lap of the day. Go up to Rowicki as he is coming up to the finish line. Looks like he's got Dano just ahead of him, but it's close enough to the end that's not going to make any difference here. Only a 6-second lead for Rowicki, so at that point it wasn't a huge win, but he did have plenty of space there.
Phew.
So I guess like Devious said, you don't beat him too bad. Crispy comes across the line in second. He did it really good to keep up. Thor did get back into P3. Oh, and it looks like Nielsen has spun out. Oh, Seb is going spinning across the line. He may not have been updated about that rule. Yeah, Nielsen spun out in the back, so that's going to give Forza P5. Well, that's not going to look good for Seb. He's going to get that penalty for spinning at the finish line.
What?
Seb was spinning at the finish line.
Won't affect him in a position-wise anyway.
Yeah, I don't think he got the memo. So another big win for Rowicki. Big surprise there. Getting all the bonus points.
No, I didn't actually.
You did not, because Crispy got the overall fastest lap. So for first time this season, the fastest lap will go to Crispy. Which we need to take a screenshot of that. And we'll save our replay. Oop. That way we can make our videos. So Nielsen saying he felt contact when he hit the wall. So we'll definitely have to be reviewing that.
Oh, Millie. I haven't seen him in a while.
Come on, hurry up and save. There you go. Yeah, taking forever. So that was a pretty amazing race. Not as much passing as I thought there would be. I definitely thought there was going to be a lot more back and forth on the smaller track. When all the drivers are within a few tenths of each other at the high speed they're going, it's definitely hard to make those passes.
So,
of course, I didn't get a chance to pass anybody.
So, that is your coverage of the JCCR Racing League Season 3, Round 4 at Sardegna Sea. A back and forth drama in the amateur race, and, not gonna lie, clutching at straws in the pro race. It definitely delivered for closer on lap times. Next time, it's an Italian doubleheader. We will be heading to the always iconic Autodromo Nazionale di Monza. Where hopefully Turn 1 doesn't live up to its infamy.
So how does the BMW do at Monza? Do you know?
No, not yet.
Oh, so I might be screwed again. Oh, we'll have to definitely get some practice.
Well, we have got a week. The races will be on July 18th, Saturday, July 18th, 11 a.m. Eastern Time for the amateur race and 12 p.m. Eastern Time for the pro race. As per you, no,
No.
actually,
Yep.
11 a.m. for the pro race this time, and the am race will go after at 12 a.m. for this
Yeah.
week for that race only. So, join us July 18th. We hope you enjoy the broadcast of this race. And from Super Doofus and I will catch you around. Bye bye.
Yep. And thanks to